Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today of course we have another update on the situation here in Spain and our sunny lovely Benidorm region. So as for the situation, I want to say that the situation is still getting better quite a lot, and for the last 24 hours we have 3,988 new cases, which is less than 4,000 for the first time in a long while. The index of people getting sick versus 100,000 of people living here is also dropping, and right now it's 147, which is not a lot if you look at it in a percentage sense. Plus, it's a very good news because Spain, starting from today, officially is not in a high risk anymore. It's only in a medium one. Hopefully, very soon we will be getting towards the low risk, and then a lot more people will be able to visit our sunny country. The Valencian region, which is ours, where we are situated, where the Benidorm is, Albir, Altea, Calpe, Alicante, and so on, has the best situation in all Spain for a period of about 2 months already. And the situation is still remaining the same. It's not getting worse, only better. The total index in our autonomic region is 29 for every 100,000 of people, and our Alicante area even has even lower index, which is 24 per every 100,000, which means that our Alicante region is officially in the new normality, which means that here the situation is finally stable. Which brings me to a question: why and how come Germany and UK still doesn't allow people to come here? Well, they do allow. It's legal to come here to Spain, especially to our region, here to Benidorm and Alicante, but they are not recommending to come here, even though it's legal and it's every person's choice. What I want to say is it kind of seems like all the countries are trying to sabotage Spain. You know, they're trying to avoid people coming here with all cost, because it's just not logical and not normal, the situation that is happening right now. Even so, in the next upcoming days, on weekend, we expect to receive approximately 5,000 tourists from UK, which basically are somehow confronting what Boris Johnson says and his recommendations, and are still coming to our lovely Benidorm region, which is very nice to hear. Also, we've heard here in Spain that this obligatory quarantine on your way back to UK is for 10 days. But if some person wants to make the PCR testing and gives a negative result, the quarantine gets minimized by half, so only 5 days. Hopefully, this all will change very soon, because right now, in Madrid, here in Spain, we have a world-famous international tourism conference where a lot of countries gather together, and they basically present their most popular touristic places. They present all the safety measures and requirements and so on. So hopefully there, Spain and UK will have a chat, and we'll decide eventually what's going to happen. And seeing that the situation here is getting better, hopefully UK will put us in a green light eventually, and you will be able to travel without no major restrictions. This is what our Spanish government believes in. This is what they say, not even once or twice. They basically repeat it every now and then. So hopefully it's true, because if not, our region will not be recovering very soon, and people won't simply be able to return to their workplace because a lot of the hotels will be closing. By the way, very soon, in a few days, you will have a video on the channel. I'm going to go there to Benidorm once again to film all the hotels that are open, just to show you which ones you are able to choose already for your upcoming holidays. The rest of Spain has also a stable situation. Cases are decreasing in all regions in general. So hopefully everything is getting better and going back to normal. A lot of people say that our government is telling us the decrease in cases because it's the beginning of a touristic season. But personally, my opinion is that this same thing happened last summer. So we had decrease in cases as well. We didn't have that many restrictions. We didn't even have a night lockdown last summer, to be honest. And then by autumn, like by the mid-autumn time, cases started to grow a lot. And then we've declared the second state of alarm here in Spain. I think that this is happening because a lot of people right now with the good weather, they are going outside a lot more and they are gathering on the open air, which means that getting the virus, like spreading the virus, is a lot more difficult on the open air than in the closed building, like in the closed place. Which is why I think cases are dropping right now, and it's very probable that they will increase just a little bit in autumn or winter because a lot of people will be gathering at home and in the closed areas. But here comes the vaccination to help us out, and even though someone might get infected, the symptoms won't be there, or at least will be less harmful to our health than they are right now without the vaccination. By the way, here in Spain, approximately 7 million, a little bit more of people are already vaccinated. For those who don't know, here we have 46 million people living legally in Spain, so slightly less than 8 are vaccinated already with both doses. It's getting easier and easier to vaccinate because vaccines are coming in huge amounts. They are already calling people from 50 to 59 years old, and in a few weeks they'll start calling people from 40 to 49. So hopefully by the end of summer, the majority of people here in Valencian region at least will be vaccinated. The other very important news that I wanted to let you know about is what's happening here on the south part of Spain, which is basically two borders at the same time. It's our Spanish border with Africa, with Morocco, which is in Ceuta. This is a Spanish autonomic town, although it's located on the Africa's continent. Plus, it's also a south border for the whole European Union. So yesterday we started to see very difficult, very hard situation in there because yesterday they've been saying it's been 5,000 immigrants, but for today we already know that it's approximately 10,000 of them that illegally crossed the border of Morocco to Ceuta. So basically from Morocco to Spain. It's a hard situation. A lot of people in Ceuta just locked down in their houses. Children don't go to school because they are simply afraid of the situation that they are living. It's already known why this is happening. Basically, Spain has helped one of the people that they shouldn't from Morocco, and they've allowed him to stay here in Spain. And Morocco from their side mentioned that there will be some consequences, very serious ones, if Spain will accept that person inside their country. Germany has declined it, but Spain did accept. And this was basically the decision of our president of the government of Spain. And right now we can actually see which consequences they meant, because these are not only people that have a very difficult situation in Morocco that just need to go away from hunger, from really bad situation that they are living without no job, no money, not being able to maintain their families. No, these are just people who were illegally, basically the military side of Morocco. There are some videos online, you can see them if you want to. I think there are a few in YouTube as well. These videos show that the military from Morocco, they basically opened with a key the door towards the Spain's border for all these people. Some of them were going also by the sea, by the seashore, by the beach, but the others basically went inside through the door without no measures at all. And at first Spain was receiving them. They were putting them in like huge storage halls. They've installed there some beds, food and everything. The Red Cross was working there. It was extreme situation until the Morocco's embassy pronounced itself, and basically they didn't say it with exact words, but they did say, they gave to understand that this is what they meant when they were saying that there will be some consequences. After approximately 6,000 or 7,000 of them came to Spain, the president of our government, Pedro Sanchez, has given the urgent press conference, and basically he said to deport all these people once again to Morocco, so basically return them back as soon as possible. This was his decision, and starting from this moment they've been basically sending all the people back. Right now they've sent more than a half until this moment, but the very difficult decision comes with children, because by law they cannot send children back because they are minors, so they are less than 18. They have to provide them shelter here in Spain until they see which situation they were living in Morocco and if they can return them back to their parents or not. So children are still staying here in Spain while we get to know what the situation will be. The president came to Ceuta yesterday evening, and he was already welcomed in a bad sense. A lot of people came into the beach, to the area where the border is with Morocco, screaming, saying really bad things to the president because it's basically his fault. A lot of people here in Spain think that if our president wouldn't accept that person to come from Morocco here to Spain and give him shelter, nothing of this will be happening. And of course I get the people that are living in Ceuta, especially the ones who have families, small children. They are simply afraid to get out of their house right now because the massive circulation of immigrants, the problems, the robberies, the destroyed shops, everything that they have right now in Ceuta, everything that they live right now there, is basically a very terrible situation. So they've received a president not with open hands, and he just came there, he's seen all the situation, he basically said that they need to return all of them, and hopefully the situation will be getting better because it's a true conflict. It's an illegal immigration that took a few lives yesterday. Happily, one of the babies that was also in the sea and was left behind, our Red Cross has managed to save his life, because if not, that would be a third one, and sadly a baby's life lost, which happily didn't happen yesterday. But still, it's a very difficult, hard situation to manage, but it could have been avoided, to be honest. We shouldn't think of what could have happened. It is what it is right now. And all these people, they're coming to Spain not because they have difficult situation, but because they were basically told to do so. This is why when they've seen that Spain has put some military tanks and a lot of different military options on the beach, basically to reinforce the border, a lot of them just made a few steps, they've turned around and they went back to Morocco, which is basically one more sign that they were not running from the hard situation. They were basically just doing what the Morocco's government has told them to do. So this is what's happening here in Spain. The last news that I wanted to let you know about is about the main holidays that usually are celebrated here in our Valencian region. And the most popular ones are Fallas and Hogueras. Both of them are usually celebrated in June at the beginning of summer. Here in Spain, summer officially begins on the 21st of June, which is when officially begins also the swimming season. This year, well, first of all, let me tell you what Hogueras and Fallas is, if some of you don't know. Hogueras is basically when a lot of people gather together, and in some areas, especially in big cities, or for example here on the beach in specific areas, there are huge bonfires made, and people just gather together. They listen to concerts, to live music. There are a lot of like markets with souvenirs and a lot of fun things to buy, handmade things as well, and accessories, and people just enjoy the time celebrating the beginning of summer. And the Fallas is slightly different. It's more popular in Valencia, I would say, but it's also celebrated here in our area. And these are, to tell it in like simple words, these are huge wood sculptures, huge wood constructions. I'm gonna put you some pictures on the screen so that you would know what I'm telling you about. And these sculptures, these monuments basically represent all the most popular things and the most significant things, I would say, that are happening during this year and the past year here in Spain. And what is being done is basically, first of all, they've put them in some certain parts of the city so that people could enjoy them, could watch them, and a few days after they burn them. And this is like the most important holiday of the summer as well. This year it's going to be slightly different. The Fallas will be celebrated instead of June in September. From 31st of August they're going to install all the monuments, all the sculptures, and on the 5th of September they're going to burn them down to ashes. Before, they're going to of course have and select one of the best sculptures, the biggest one, the smallest one, and the most popular one, and afterwards they're going to burn them. A lot of people are coming to this celebration. It's very important for us, for people who live in this area, but this year it's going to be done in September, slightly different than all the other years. And hogueras, we still don't know if we will be able to celebrate them or not. This is more popular in our Alicante region and here in Benidorm especially, because they were planning to transfer this celebration towards the last trimester of this year, so approximately October-ish, more or less. But a lot of people say that the essence of this holiday, which is basically celebration of summer, will be lost. And 83% of people living here that were given this questionnaire, they've said that they don't want to celebrate this fiesta, this holiday, in late autumn. So maybe it will be celebrated, maybe not. We still don't know it. Hopefully the situation will get better up until the point that they will allow us to celebrate it in June. Although I must say that even though there's not going to be an official celebration this year, hopefully it will, but probably not. We will still be able to go out and have some picnic on the seashore, on the beach, and enjoy the beginning of the summer here in Spain. These were all the news that's been happening in the last 24 hours here. And the weather, as you can see, is still very nice, although it's been windy both yesterday and today, but still the sun is shining a lot. This is why it's not cold outside. You need some like small pullover, something to put on, but it's still very nice. It's sunny, there are some clouds, but they are very, very light, are allowing us to enjoy the sunshine and the good weather. The sea is also quite stormy today. There are some waves, but they are not that high as they could be, so it's okay. We have a yellow flag, by the way, today, if some of you want to swim. In general, in all Spain, this is what's happening. The weather is stable. There are hardly any clouds today in the sky, and this is going to continue up until Saturday. On Saturday evening and Sunday, there's going to be some clouds coming from the north part, going towards the Mediterranean area, and it's supposed to rain here on Sunday, but it's still quite a long time to go until then, and maybe things will change. The temperatures are maintaining stable, and they will continue that way until Sunday. Probably if it is going to be raining eventually on Sunday, they will drop a few degrees, but then they're going to recover very fast the next week. Right now here in Spain, on the north part, it's expected to have between 11 and 21 degrees. In the center, between 17 and 26. In the south part, between 22 and 33, and Mediterranean area between 20 and 27. Here in Alicante and Benidorm, we will have approximately 25 degrees today, very nice temperature. In Barcelona, 20, in Granada, 33, in Malaga and Marbella, 25, approximately the same as here in our region. In Sevilla, 35, there's a true summer right now. In Madrid, 25, Murcia, 27, Balearic and Canarian Islands will share the same temperature, 24 degrees. And in Valencia, it's going to be slightly less because it's on the north part. There will be 21 degrees today. These were all the news that were waiting for us for today's day. I hope you enjoyed watching them. I wish you a very nice, beautiful, positive day of today. And I'm going to see you tomorrow with a new video from Benidorm. Tomorrow we will be visiting one of the hotels that I wanted to visit for such a long time. It's a 3-star hotel that's been fully reformed in the historical center of Benidorm. So if you want to see this video, don't miss it tomorrow on midday. Bye everyone.